Hey everyone! Welcome back to Maddie's Creative Corner. It's so good to have you here. In today's video, we're going to put together a milk bath inspired look that has these gorgeous hollow flakies that you can see. And also, I decided to mix different shades of brown with builder gel to create the gradient effect. And I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to subscribe, and without further ado, let's jump straight into building these beautiful nails. So here you can see the base we're starting with. These nails are not built to be thick or to last. They're simply kind of like a tip that we can work on, so we have a measure for the length. And here are once again the beautiful flakies we're going to be using. They do have a cool kind of undertone of glitter, and this one is more pink. As you can see, it looks really nice and reflective. And in order to apply this on my cuticle area, I'm going to be using this wrapper base by Christian Artesio. And with a thin brush, this is a gel brush, I'm going to pick up some of the flakies and mix them into this base. And in order to describe to you the texture of them, they're very thin. They kind of remind me of aluminum foil, but just a little thicker. And then with the same brush, I'm going to apply a good amount onto the cuticle area of my nail. And this particular rubber base is pretty thick. It has the consistency of a gel, so I'm going to use it to build that area of the nail, and then I'm not going to go over it with any color, as you will see later on. So I made sure to not make this too thin, also not too thick, so that I wouldn't have to file it away later on and destroy the beautiful design that we created with flakies. But I just added enough to give it some sort of a structure, and to also make sure that the glitter is enough so that it looks very well covered in the area. Here you can see the second glitter. It has more of a red undertone, and once again I'm going to be mixing some of that rubber base with the flakies, and I'm going to mix them around and create a thicker product, I guess. And I'm going to go ahead and apply it onto the two remaining fingers. Honestly, you can't see that big of a difference between the two different colors, but I still thought I would use different ones, and the other ones that are left over have blue and green undertones, so I'm definitely going to use these for a future video as well. So here you can see exactly how I layered this. As you can see, it's not a very thick coat, but not so thin either, and it covers up the cuticle area perfectly. And following that, I went ahead and I added a regular base coat to the entirety of the nail, just because I wanted to make sure that the gel that we will use right about now, this one, will adhere onto the nail properly. And as you can see here, I am adding a good amount onto my little dish, and I started choosing different shades. For example, this one is called Marshmallow by Quick Gel, and it's kind of like a marshmallow color, more like cotton candy, that kind of thing. And I added a very small amount so that I wouldn't mess with the structure of the builder gel, just enough to make it seem a little milky. And using the same brush I used earlier, I'm just going to go ahead and build this nail like a regular gel nail. But the only difference is that I'm not going to be adding the product on the lower part where the glitter is at the cuticle. Following that, I will go ahead and use my second color, which is slightly more brown than this one. Once again, keeping it very milky. And I'm going to go ahead and build the next nail just the exact same way as the first one. For the next nail, we're going to be using my absolute favorite color from Quick Gel called Indian Beige. And this is like a slightly darker version of the previous one, but this absolutely looks beautiful on every skin tone I've ever tried it on. It looks gorgeous and it's perfect for autumn. And here you can see I'm just building the nail the same way as the previous ones. And onto the next one, I'm using this color called Cookie, and it kind of looks like a brownie, so I love that. And I'm going to build the very next nail with the exact same method. And for the very last nail, we're going to be using this color called Muffin. And we're going to mix it together with the builder gel and apply it onto the nail the exact same way as we did all of the other nails. After all of the nails have cured, we're gonna take this 3D sculpting gel that I used in a previous video, and I wanted to go for a 3D look that kind of reminded of acrylic flowers. I've never tried something like this before and honestly it's a lot different to work with than acrylic. It gets softer a lot quicker, and I had to work with these beads a little bit to learn how to use them. I ended up seeing that it was best to work with a brush. It gave me the best result. And here you can see that I'm just kind of adding petals. This is not exactly a flower. I don't know exactly what I was going for, but I like the way it turned out. It was a good first experiment, and I will make sure to keep on practicing and making different things in the future so I can show you guys easy ways to use these sculpting gels as well. And here you can see I just put this together. I was curing in between each bead just so that they wouldn't move out of place. And then I took the same color that I mentioned earlier, the Indian beige one, and I went ahead and I added just a little bit of shading inside of the petals to give them a little bit of dimension. And now it's time for bling! So I'm going to be using these beautiful transparent little beads as well as those silver caviar beads. And with my Vanillisa nail glue, I will go ahead and add a small amount of it onto the nail with a 3D design. I will add a little rhinestone onto the very edge of the 3D creation we made. And then with some caviar beads, I went ahead and added a good little design that reminded me of leaves. Last but not least, we're going to go in with a layer of top coat to all of the nails to make sure that they're shiny. And with whatever was left onto my brush, I went ahead and I passed a very light hand on top of the 3D design to make sure it wouldn't be sticky. And then I finished off my look with some cuticle oil. And here's the finished look. It looks so sparkly and so beautiful, and I really love this method. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I did filming it. If you liked the video, please leave a like, subscribe for more videos every single Tuesday, and leave a comment down below telling me what you thought. And also make sure to give me suggestions for future videos. And that being said, I hope you guys have a great week, and I will see you next Tuesday with another video. Bye!